Hi friends, hope everyone's doing well. Recently got a question regarding hierarchy because it's a topic I bring up a lot. But the question was, isn't hierarchy normal generally in corporate culture? And when I thought about it is. I I'm I feel that hierarchy probably is a natural occurrence when a group of people come together. And so I think as long as you have people, a bunch of people all together in one area, uh, hierarchy will be inevitable. And hierarchy itself, I don't think is evil. Uh, it's just the rules and systems that are set up for it that I think I have issues with. And so when the rules and systems seem to promote a negative behavior more, that's when I have issues with it. And I guess from my own personal experience, I seem to observe hierarchy more intensely, maybe in Japan, generally speaking, uh, more than maybe Western culture. Um, of course, let's say the US military, I'm sure their system of hierarchy will be more intense than a more mom and pop shop store in Japan system of hierarchy. But so, not saying that other countries or regions can't have intense hierarchy, but I think Japan, partially because of the geography, uh, has ingrained hierarchy more intensely into their culture. Uh, when I say geographically, what I mean is because it's a small island country with lots of people in it, um, it's very hard for each individual to be more liberal and free and do what they want because it won't work out. You're all stuck together. So I think in that sense, hierarchy kind of is a safety system that allows people to be more orderly and organized and work together. Um, so in that sense, I think it's a good thing. Uh, but yeah, I guess whenever I talk about hierarchy, I'm missing some context. And one of the contexts I'm missing is to what degree or what kind of behaviors and systems is it that I dislike within a hierarchical system. I think I need to break that down a little bit more because, again, hierarchy isn't evil, it's how it's enabled that could be more negative, maybe, at least my opinion um, on it. But I think that's a topic I can make in a different video. And in this one, I wanted to talk about another context, which is my background and why I seem to have more negative feelings towards hierarchy, especially Japanese hierarchy. Um, but for me, personally speaking, I think a lot of uh, my negative feelings towards it comes from my personal experience, which both within my family and also within my few experiences coming to Japan previously when I was younger. And when I say family, I don't particularly mean family members being utilizing a hierarchy system and terrorizing me or anything. It's more of like, I guess my privileged background has given me more exposure to various individuals who are at the top of their profession, company bosses, whatever. And I've got to kind of see a little bit of that world, um, and I got to see that's how being at the top in Japan with that hierarchy system, that I what am I trying to say? I guess what I'm trying to say is that I didn't like what I saw sometimes. I I seem to see admiration or acceptance that lacked any reason. I couldn't understand why the certain higher up people could not get away, well, I guess it is getting away with their behavior or their commands, and the people below them would either admire them and accept, or just purely accept because they have to. And it was really frustrating to observe, because one, I saw how it could negatively affect not just the people who were, I guess, accepting the kind of commands and the sometimes, I guess, behaviors of the boss, but how having to accept whatever was coming down on them would become, I guess, yes, stress. And that stress would then be released onto family and friends who have nothing to do with this boss subordinate relationship. And it was kind of, I was always confused with it and frustrated. And I was also frustrated because I personally experienced it, where even while coming to Japan, or when I had certain situations where I was exposed to some of these boss figures, I couldn't speak Japanese really well. I could understand what they're saying to some extent, but I couldn't fight back or explain my reasoning properly. And I couldn't understand the system, and I couldn't understand their behavior, and I couldn't understand why I had to accept I was wrong purely because of my position of being below. And everything just seemed unfair, unjust, and you just feel helpless, useless, and stressed out. And yeah, I think all of these kind of experiences, that helplessness, it just, thinking back is kind of infuriating, but also I think it was also a little bit infuriating seeing it happening to other people and not being able to help them, and also feeling kind of annoyed that they wouldn't fight back either, but they're not in the position to fight back, so it's understandable. But yeah, all experiencing it personally, and also seeing it, and also seeing no evidence to why these figureheads should be able to act or be admired the way they do, just was really frustrating when I was young. And I think having all those experiences and knowing nothing could be done because of the rules set for that hierarchical system just kind of turned me off to the whole system itself. So yeah, I think that's why I find it so frustrating and annoying, and I think I'm more sensitive to it too, probably uh, more than I should be. But I think that background, what I just talked about, kind of is the reason for my negative feelings towards the word hierarchy, which is not good because hierarchy is an evil itself. But yeah, I think you get my point. But I think that I definitely need to think about it more, and I think in maybe my next video I'll try to talk about what are yeah what kind of hierarchy would be okay in my mind, or where is the line that I think systems and rules shouldn't cross in regards to a hierarchy. Um, but yeah, sorry, that might have been a little bit rambling, but I'll try to think and be more concise next time. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you guys up again another time. Bye.